I've always been playing basketball since I can remember. You know, my dad coached, so I've been around the game. You know, I think I started playing when I was 4 or 5. But you know, there is a lot of good talent in Australia. People just don't know it, and that's the thing. Like in America, they just don't know it and they don't look there. So hopefully in the years, and I can get the word out there that there are some good players out there.
You're not all just playing Australian rugby or football, or
no. Well, that's the thing. Like we get to kind of like my age, and they get football offers, and then they end up going to football because they get no basketball offers because no one knows who they are. So,
at what point did you start really thinking, gosh, I could maybe make a career out of this?
You know, I think it was when I was 15. I went to the Australian Institute of Sport, and they kind of had the confidence in me to select me at such a young age, and you know that really taught me how to be professional. You know, I was going in training twice a day, so I had to make that commitment that I was going to take this step further.
Did you have a hoop at your house, like in the driveway, or a gym?
Yeah, we had a little kind of basketball in the back of our house. So you know, that's when me and my brother would play one-on-one, and Dad would come out and teach us a few things.
What were those games like against your dad, and at what point did you start beating him?
You know, it was funny actually. When I was really young, me and my brother used to play, and he was always 2 years older than me, so he always used to beat me, and I would always cry and run into the house and tell my mum and dad, and you know, they said one day you'll beat him. But with my dad, I finally beat him a couple of years back, and we haven't played since. But you know, I always say you're only as good as your last game, and that's what I'm going to hold on to.
Your brother or your dad crying at that last game?
No, we're all good about it now, and I would hope being in the NBA that I could beat them.
What do you think the biggest challenge for you is going to be making this adjustment?
I think adjusting to the physical game. You know, you watch the NBA. It's different watching it on TV from being from Australia, and then coming to live games and watching it. You just see the grabbing, the holding, and getting into the paint, how physical it can be. So you know, I think just that aspect of the game and getting used to that will be a challenge.
How do you adjust to the altitude? I mean, that's here in Salt Lake City.
Well, I've heard of that. It's really high, but you know, I don't know what's the difference. So you know, I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah.
What was it like making all those commercials before you?
Yeah.
Karl Malone was in one before yours came out.
Yes.
Burgers are ready.
Yeah, I know. I did, and when Foot Locker came and said they would want to do some commercials, you know, I was up for it, and seeing that Damian Lillard commercial, like I cracked up laughing. You know, I got the scripts for mine, and I was having a laugh, and you know, it was a fun day, even though it was constantly just bagging me out. But you know, I had a good time, and they got a good result out of it, and everybody loved it.
Have you gotten teased about them, or good compliments, or what's the reaction with them?
Yeah, no, all good compliments. You know, people come up to me and go, you know, nice run-ins or stuff like that. So it's good to know that people are watching and seeing it.
Realizing this just happened, but any high lottery pick, there's expectations. Do you feel those expectations?
You know, I've got a lot of expectations. You know, in it being from Australia, there's a lot of I'd say pressure. But you know, the way you deal with pressure is you just get out in the court and you work hard. And you know, I've been doing that for the past 5 months. So you know, I prepared for this moment, and you know, I'm going to keep working hard and coming into the gym every day.
Has it sunk in yet, or is it still? Does it seem real?
You know. No. I don't think until I play my first game, it's not going to be real, and just the realization that I'm going to be playing in the stadium or going on the road for a road trip. You know, I think that's when I'll start to sink in.
Dante, you know, can you educate us a little bit on what we're missing here? Is it Vegemite? Is it Tim Tams? Tell me what we're missing.
You guys need some Tim Tams.
Okay.
You know, I brought over some Tim Tams, but those are all for me. But yeah, Tim Tams are the greatest things ever created. And, you know, I think if you get them over here, everyone will love them.
What's the biggest misconception Americans have of Australia?
You know, that we don't put shrimps on the barbie. You know, I think when you look at Australia, you think of the outback, and you know, it's just like it's nothing like that. Yeah, we have a lot of outback in the country, but you know, it's a well-populated city in along the coast. So.
You're a little surprised that they show up with a number of media. Your mom said she was a little surprised there was that much media here.
You know, even yesterday, when I got drafted, I didn't get out of the finish with media until 8 o'clock. You know, I was just, it was just crazy. You know, even being here and seeing all you guys and having to do it all again. It's crazy, but you know, it's what comes with being drafted. So you know, I'm up for it.
Were you nervous at all up there either yesterday or today?
You know, I wasn't nervous going into the draft. You know, when he started doing the countdowns, that's when it kind of hit me. But you know, I got a call from Utah when we found out that Orlando wasn't taking me, and you know, I spoke to coach and how he was happy to have me. You know, his background in being a point guard from Duke, you know, made me feel good. So you know, then I wasn't nervous anymore. So you know, and the next thing was just not tripping when I got on stage, and you know, I was successful at that. So I'll call it a win.